YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here. Sorry, I gotta stand up for just a second. Alright, just closing the door to the old recording studio here. And if by recording studio, I mean bedroom. I'm not actually wealthy enough to have a recording studio. So let's see. I've just besieged Bibracte. This is the Iceni campaign, of course. We're right up next to Octodura, that actually is owned by the Romans. So we might get our chance to beat down our first Romans. I don't think that it would be smart for me to go beyond this turn without at least trying to subvert the military forces at Bibracte. With the city besieged, though, it looks like I'm unable to poison those who are within it. I might actually end the siege. Yeah, let's actually break the siege and pull back. I know I was probably being a little too gutsy here. I should have poisoned these guys before we tried it. So let's go take care of the poisoning here. We got plenty of money, and we might as well. It's always safe to do this, just to try and turn the odds back to our favor. That'll at least put a little bit of hurt on those Arverni troops there. Okay, my guy's here close to Nemosus, and we're going to need to handle Bertigala as well. This scout could probably just move ahead, make sure that there's nothing hiding down here at Bertigala. Kind of keep an eye out on the crossroads. Let's see. These champions should probably move forward to help support my armies. And then this druid, we should probably move forward into enemy territory and see if we can begin some conversion as well. Let's make sure we're using all my agents well. Let's make sure this Cheruski force stays subverted. We should actually be able to destroy it on the next turn with these troops here. I don't have cavalry yet in these forces, which is unfortunate, but let's see. I've already used my War Maiden, so this guy's already hindered, so no need to waste any more money there. One of these scouts has higher poisoning abilities. Let's successful poison provisions, yeah. So it's this guy. So let's do some military sabotage here and poison the provisions. We were successful. Let's see what the effect was. They cannot move or act, so they will be pinned in place. And then let's move some of these agents out ahead. I don't need them at Trevorum anymore. I'm going to keep a couple probably in the vicinity, but it doesn't make sense to keep them all. Let's just kind of move them into more useful positions where we can keep trying to convert enemy agents at alarming rates. I think that'll be the best bet. And then as soon as I destroy this Cheruski army, I'm going to go after them at Toliferdum, or however you say that. I should probably keep recruiting troops here, but it looks like I am. Good. So we'll have another army on the way, which we're going to badly need. And then we're going to need to keep gaining steam and capturing provinces. Let's see, I want to keep my food supply up as well, nice and high, so that be safe. Let's go into my province scroll and just see if there's any buildings that should be built. Yeah, we got something that can be upgraded here. Let's upgrade that farm. Belgique, we're fine. So we have painted ones, so I can actually start recruiting painted ones, but that'd be way off. I'm not even sure this building serves much purpose to me up here anymore. I wonder if I should convert it into something else. This gives me more... Yeah, we should convert it over to Farmer's Market, because that one's not going to do me any good up there. It'll give me a little more money for my economy. Aquitania. Okay. Alright, so I think that we're getting close to being able to end the turn. Let me just take care of the upgrades that need to be given. Get militancy on some of these converted agents so that they can potentially train my armies. I mean, I definitely want my armies getting high chevrons, because that'll actually make me be able to do more with less. And also, once I get my higher tier troops, it'll make them even more powerful. But I mean, you take a look at one of my armies here, for instance. That one's not the example I was looking for. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, some of these guys with silver chevrons makes your sword band pretty good. Pretty good. And over here again, these sword band pretty quickly becoming more fearsome units just from having the military training going on, so it's always a worthwhile venture. We do need to make sure we're at war with everybody on the map. We're going to be discovering lots of factions. In fact, here's the Volcade that we need to declare war on.
Greetings! Speak
So,
plainly and without
war.
idle purpose.
And
We
we are now at war with everybody on the map. And let's go ahead and end the turn. Right now I have a little bit of extra money. I want to keep it that way just in case I get into an agent apocalypse here in a second. As I expand, I mean, it is going to get nuts. And the more I expand, the crazier it's going to get. That is why we poisoned that Arverni army, because sure enough, they're going to come at me in an open field battle. Their main army is not bad. They have a nice sword corps going here, and even more swords in the second army, and a ballista there. I do have scout riders and chariots, though, and plenty of slingers, so we should be able to withstand any enemy assault here. Let's go ahead and fight this battle. I really think that a head-on engagement even would still be fine, as so long as I do some quick support with my chariots. And then just, I really need to keep my scout riders alive to deal with that ballista and some of their slingers. If I do that, we should be good. Yeah, should be able to handle it. The map will be pretty good for me too. I'll keep one of my scout riders hidden and just send it after the ballista when the reinforcements come. They have chosen to fight in fog, unfortunately. Well, I say unfortunately, it's not really going to affect me too bad. It's just, I like it better when I can see the map better. I'm going to leave my general right in the center so that, you know, he'll be able to provide morale support and hopefully speed the routing of enemy troops in the center. Put some spears on the flanks. Actually, let's just drag these unit cards over. And then now we can just drag and drop these guys all at once. Get one nice long line. Turn off skirmish. I'm going to put my chariots on that flank, and I'll put my other scout rider on this flank. I am going to hard group my infantry. That way it'll make it easier for me to click and attack. Okay.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Just moving all my troops up here. I see some enemy reinforcements coming from this side. That may be where their ballista's coming from. And then there's more. Some of you were telling me to use this. I can zoom to the reinforcements. There's the ballistas. They're going to be at the rear of the map. So I'll actually let these reinforcements pass, and then I'll go behind them and try and get to that ballista. There's a noble horse back there right now anyway. So we're going to want to keep our distance. It might be better for me to bring my chariots down over to this flank real quick. And I'm going to want to attack these guys pretty much right away. Yeah, I'll keep that one scout rider hidden. And I'll go pounce on this. We got a spear noble right there. If I can get this quick infantry engagement, we should be good. That noble horse is a little bit concerning to me, but we should be able to deal with it as well. I'm gonna take those two spears out of my hard group to deal with the noble horse, and then I'm just gonna quick an attack order in the center of that infantry blob, and I'm gonna start targeting enemy slingers.
Our hidden units have been our general is under attack.
Okay, and chariots up here. What else is coming on here? Here's another spear noble. No, get back. Alright, that noble horse is gonna give me potential grief here. Okay, I've got my slingers potentially focused on it now. Let's go clean up that ballista. Okay, my main infantry body is doing alright. Let's inspire my heroic nobles, rally. trying to knock out that enemy noble horse quicker. And we are getting it pretty well. The problem is I've got a lot of enemy units piling up on me over there, and my spears are going to get decimated.
The enemy general is
The enemy
dead.
center, I should have brought my chariots to bear already. What am I doing? Come on. Let's get flaming shot. It's a good thing I put my heroic noble in the center, because he's up against a spear noble there. Enemy ballista's gone. Let's just see if we can keep some of these troops back here busy
Our
with
men
this light
flee the
horse
field of battle. This
while
is
we
the
continue to
safest
punch through over here. We need to get rid of that spear noble. We just hit it with some flaming shot, so it ought to start routing. Let's try and hit this noble horse some more. It's still alive. Oh, about to get caught by a spear noble over here. Get away. Okay,
The enemy general is dead.
I think we've pretty well killed. My chariots are doing a great job actually right now. Got that spear noble. Alright, let's bring the rest of my infantry to bear up here. I'm losing a little infantry in this vicinity.
This is a shameful display.
I'm gonna keep this light horse moving. Okay, let's bring my general to bear on this infantry blob. One of my flanks is a little slow to getting into this fight. But we've got a lot of the enemy troops wavering now.
Ready for battle! Heroic nobles!
I'm gonna inspire my heroic nobles. Rally all the troops nearby. Actually gonna go into frenzy as well.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Alright, we're gonna have a big blob of routing troops to run down here with my light horse. Keep running down some of those Celtic warriors. We can use my slingers to bring some of these guys down as well. Let's... There we go. Oh, my chariots. Totally forgot about them.
Our
Crap.
men flee the field
My chariots
of
just
battle.
broke.
This is a shameful display.
There's quite a few of them left, though, so I should get them back. Though that was a mistake for sure on my part. Okay, all these troops have broken. Unfortunately, though, since I wasn't paying attention to my chariots, that means I have less units to run down fleeing troops. Let's get everything in here that we can. Bring all my units to bear. Come on, the money's over here with these huge routing blob. I'm gonna try and get my men into this big routing blob. Let's get my horses in front of it. I've got some of these spears running them down. I've also got my slingers running them down. Yeah, it's too bad my chariots routed. They would have been perfect for this. They did good though. 491 kills. Like a beast. Those chariots clean house. Okay. My light horse is still trying to get to the front of this big column of routing men. You can see that my slingers are running these guys down. Sorry I didn't get you a whole lot of close-ups during this battle. I was trying to do better than I did here, although I'd say in the end it was a success. We killed a lot of Arverni troops. I wish that it would have been a little more convincing. Let's get these spear nobles over here. We need to make this as devastating to the enemy as possible. And I should be able to recoup most of my troops fairly quick here. There's another spear noble unit right here. I want to kill them. My slingers are doing a good job running down all these infantry units. And then my light horse is able to take down these guys. No, there's a spear noble over here. Go get these guys. They have like 140 something men left. Want those guys off the battlefield. Yeah, my slinger's doing a great job running down all these. That big blob of men. You can see a nice like line of bodies fleeing away from the fight here. The spear noble's now going to get cut down. Spear warriors, spear noble I'm almost done killing. Wow, that spear noble's still taking a long time to kill even though it's routed. Let's use my slingers to see if we can kill some of these routing spear warriors up there while I finish off those spear nobles. I want to kill the spear nobles because it'll finish off those the general in that unit. This general is probably still alive. I'm gonna bring my other scout rider to bear over here.
Our hidden units have been discovered.
Let's see if I can pop some shots on these fleeing spear brothers. Come on, fire. Kill as many of these guys as we can. Alright, chase them down, see if we can get to them before they get to the red line. And this spear noble is down to 20 some odd men. That one's only got 5 men left. Their general may already be dead. Even if the general's not dead, it might actually serve my purpose to let him live. Just so it'd be a beat up unit that wouldn't be able to be fully replenished at the beginning of their next turn. I also need to remember to get rid of those mercenary light horse. Okay, I think we've pretty much run down all the enemy troops we can here. My light horse just run around in circles trying to kill all the last of those spear nobles. One of them was way off over here. It's probably the general that got away. Okay, I think we're good. Let's quit the battle. So, pretty important victory there. Heroic nobles beasting it up. Slingers getting a lot of kills on routing units. So we killed pretty much all their sword corps. They got away with some spears, a little bit of slingers. Not bad in the end. It looks like I may lose this sword unit, which would be bad. But I may not either. We'll see. Potential for having lost a couple of units here. We'll see what happens. But we did kill, looks like about 3,100 enemies. So, not a bad number. I didn't lose any of my men. Let's see, that army took heavy losses. That one also took heavy losses. Their ballista's gone. And then they're going to have to retrain that spear noble. So that was definitely worthwhile for me. I do have to retrain my men a little bit. It's going to soften up Bibracte pretty substantially. Let's hope the Romans don't have a bunch of armies standing by, because that could be a problem. Those chariots, man, they're beastly. I might need to recruit more of them. They may not work good in multiplayer. Well, I shouldn't say work good. They may not work easily in multiplayer. Man, they are getting the job done in campaign. That's the second time those guys have come up with some ridiculous number of kills. Okay, I'm going to have my druid start trying to convert that province. Let's get Nemosos captured. This is going to be an auto-resolver. Wow, just about killed my chariots. I forgot when you have chariots, you gotta watch out for that. So Nemosos is now under my control. It's got pretty much all agricultural buildings. We're gonna need to go after Burdigala and take control of it. I'm gonna leave one agent in this vicinity, and then I'm gonna take another agent down here. And then on the next turn, we'll go for Burdigala. And I may readjust those buildings later, but I'm not particularly concerned about it at the moment. Let's see, how retrained did this army get? Fairly retrained. If we use this spy, let's see, that's probably their most capable army. Yeah, look, see those spear nobles where I killed it, now they have a whole full unit of spear noble. Should have just let their generals get away. Honestly, it's probably the easier way to go. I'm going to keep these mercenary Celtic light horse for just one more turn. And I may do some poisoning and then just let my armies retrain a little. The Gauls are clearly trying to retrain as well. I'm going to poison this army that's got more swords in it. Gotta walk all the way around the city to go poison this guy. Opportune failure. Way to suck. Alright, well, let's see if we can kill these Cheruski. Should be a great ambush scenario. These guys are pretty well thrashed, but they do have wolf warriors, which kind of concerns me because I'm using low tier units here. Very low tier. I'm considering, though, just charging my general in because he's a noble horse, and it'll support my men and then reinforce with the infantry. It's a little bit risky because I might get my general killed, but let's do it. I do have my ballistas too. I mean, I could just hammer these guys. Let's see what the map looks like. If it's a good map, I'll try and let my ballista hammer on them some. Now to keep an eye on those Germanic scout riders, they'll probably go straight for my ballista, so I need to keep my ballista guarded. Yeah, definitely got an interesting map here. So the enemy general's in a Woden S spear at the head of the column. Really want to get my my general into their wolf warriors, but this is going to be tricky. Alright, what I'll do is I'll put my spears right here. And let's just get my ballista back here for a safe distance. Let's get my main sword body right here in these woods, and I'm going to hard group them for a formation attack. And then I want my slingers right here. They should be in range of the enemy cav. I want to kill that skirmisher cav right off the bat. And then my noble horse will use to support over here. Okay. Let's do this. Those guys an explosive shot. Alright, so I'm going to start the battle.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden unit.
I'm going to pin with my general over here. Off fire at will, hit the skirmisher cav. Okay, skirmisher cav hopefully is going to be the first thing to
Our
eat
general
it.
is under attack.
My general did hit those guys and is now going to be backed up by infantry. And I'm going to intimidate the Suebi general, but it looks like, yeah, no, we're not too late. Alright. Looks like we've got the enemy pretty well pinned here. Enemy general's dead. My ballista are still firing. I'm going to target the enemy scorpions with my ballista. Okay. So we successfully destroyed the Suebi infantry. My ballista's firing at the enemy scorpions and skirmishers, which ought to work out just fine. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that skirmisher cav. They've still got some infantry holding out over here. They're wolf warriors. The wolf warriors were actually buffed in the last patch, so I'm gonna use the fear, which is kind of like a radius of effect war cry. And let's stop firing with my ballista because I'm about to hit my own general. Okay, yeah, so this worked out well. Very successful ambush. Few losses. Devastation on the Cheruski forces. Okay. Alright, I think we're going to end the battle there. Successful ambush. They lost all of their infantry corps pretty much. And their skirmishers. They lost pretty much everything. They might get away with a few spear warriors, or whatever those guys are, spear brothers. So no big concern. We're going to send them packing with massive losses. They ought to effectively be destroyed. Enemy general was killed too. I hate how they get away with such little armies, but then again, I do too. But I mean, really, there's just a few spears left. It's kind of frustrating, but like I said, it happens for me, so I guess that I can't complain, because at least the auto-resolve and stuff's being fair in that respect, I guess. I want to go for Tillaferdum, or however you say that. Let's see if we can go ahead and convert this Cheruski agent. Really would like to have him on our side. Good. Picked up another agent. Let's move forward with some of our warlords and war maidens. And I got a scout here as well. And another war maiden. So we'll just start moving our troops forward. Let's see. This army is no real threat to me at the moment. So I'm just going to ignore it. Let's see. We're still safe outside Bibracte. This army needs to retrain. This one's still training. Money-wise, we should be good. It'd be better if I can get rid of these mercenary scout riders down here. I don't think I can recruit cav here. I cannot. Let's change this structure over to a stables. That way I can get cav in this province. Don't think I need any of the other stuff otherwise. And let's see. Oh yeah, good. Once I can build the ironsmith, I should be able to get the chosen swordsmen, I think. Those will be a huge help against the Romans. Let's see, we've got some upgrades to divvy out here. Let's go with the infantry boost, strength, and Apache's band of spears, get the zeal. Let's see if we've declared war on all known factions. We have, so we're still safe there. I think that we're good. Let me go ahead and end this turn, and we'll see if anything happens. This is going to be pretty much the end of the episode, though.
An offer of
Rome
peace
wants
from
a
the
peace
Senate
treaty?
should not be spurned.
It's going to be spurned, because this is total war, my friends. There is no peace. Peace is a lie. There is only passion. How about that? I just threw the Sith code in the total war. I've been reading the Darth Bane series, though, which some of you may think that sci-fi novels are nerdy, and that's fine, too. For some reason, the Darth Bane series is really good. Pretty interesting. Anyway.
I offer this morsel.
No.
Like a woman.
Man, I would love to take their money and just go after them anyway, but we wouldn't get the achievement if I did that, unfortunately.
Shall we hag it?
But obviously a lot of these tribes are weak because they're begging me for peace, which means that we should be in a pretty powerful position. Let's start marching towards Bertigala. I'll stop just inside my own territory here. And let's see. Bibracte should be ripe for the taking. Let's see if we can successfully poison this army here.
I'll just put that there.
We did. Good.
Succeeding is...
And they can't reinforce, which means Bibracte is going to be ripe for easy pickings here. So they have quite a few troops here, but it's not going to be enough. I'm just going to auto-resolve this one because it should favor me better than me having to wade my way through all the enemy towers. Ah, I lost my chariots. Seriously? What a rip.
Ready for orders.
So I need to figure out which buildings allow me to recruit chariots, because those things were great. Oh, apparently I can already recruit them here, along with veteran riders and stuff. Good. Let's ditch these. No, I just upgraded them. That was smart. Pay for an upgrade before you disband them, Air. Alright. There we go.
With us. It's a good life.
Got some cav on the way into that army. And let's see.
How can I help?
I'm trying to remember which these building chains do. I'd love to figure out how to get heroic nobles. It may come from this chain. Enables units for the Iceni. Nope, no units, but it does give me a garrison of chosen swordsmen. Let's see here. If this top tier one gives me anything. Yes, so that's how I get heroic nobles. Let's go ahead and start trying to build it. It's going to be a while because I'm not sure I have all the pieces in place that I need. So I've already got a stable and I've got two of these other buildings. I guess I'll just go ahead and run a farm out. I don't need two bronze workshops. I may go ahead and tear this one down and build like a quarry or something. Let's see, this army can start marching towards Teleferdum. So we've captured Bibracte. We've beaten back some Arverni forces. We're still in pretty good shape, so I think all things considered that went pretty well. I'm definitely going to need this army to hurry and finish training, though, because we're going to need these guys a lot sooner rather than later. I get nice upgrades for recruiting them up here, though. But I think this will probably be the last turn that I recruit units up here. Let's see. 6 swordsmen. Let's get 8 swordsmen. And then I'll go ahead and move that army to the mainland on the next episode. Anyway, HeirofCarthage signing off for now. Hope you all are enjoying this. I'll be back, of course, with more. We're definitely gaining a nice little foothold. The real question is, can we hold it as we continue to expand? I will see you soon.